What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the MCJ podcast. We have hungover classy crypto
How you
on the
doing?
damn stream today. Comes just stumbling in here, baby, ready to hang out with the degenerates. If you guys don't know, classy crypto and I go back. I mean, we have a little
We have
bit
a
of
long
beef.
history,
Honestly,
yes.
we will touch on the beef. Not to be confused with chicken in this stream, but we go back. We actually started our channels near the same time and kind of grew together in this space. Welcome, classy. How are you?
How you guys doing? I had a lot of fun yesterday with connections. I think the Ukraine position really put forth, unity in terms of cryptocurrency. I think a lot of cryptocurrencies have been bouncing since then, and the aroma has been a bit different. It doesn't smell bad anymore. It's smelling a bit better in terms of what's coming out, in terms of utility, in terms of everybody being together. So I like that that's happening. Of course, actually went to an Axie Infinity party yesterday, and I had so much beef with the Axie Infinity developers. In fact,
Wait, what happened?
oh, you want to know? Okay, well, simply
No,
put,
yeah,
yeah, of course. I got you. Big drama show. So what
yeah.
happened was, I'll give you the full story. I think you already know it. I already told it, but I'll say it again. So October 2020. This is what happens. I start League of Legends Challenger gameplay. I get into YouTube. I'm big on that. I think 2020 was a critical point for a lot of people in terms of self-employment. And I think people since then have grown a lot and done their own things. And my brother's been talking about the fact that he's been having a tough time hiring people because back then everybody wanted to work, but now everybody's doing
Yeah.
their own things in terms of podcasts or, whatever they're doing. A lot of people are like doing candle businesses and other things. People are making
That's
money
fucking
off
weird.
anything nowadays.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what happened was around June, I got a contract from C9. I was a really good League of Legends player, played Tristana, 1v9 double feed OP on Twitch. That was my thing back then. I think it's still there. I was like the most awkward little thing on the planet. But what happened was when I got into Axie Infinity, my brother lost like 16K. And what I did for his birthday, I was like, okay, buddy, I got you. I'm giving you an Axie team. And then Axie Infinity blew the heck up. It went crazy. I went full-time on breeding. We ended up making like 15K off like $700. It was insane because I manipulated the market in a pretty positive way for me. Got out in August, September, made my YouTube channel, and then we got into controversy with the Axie Infinity developers because they weren't being transparent. They weren't saying what's going on. They didn't want to hop on the channel. They didn't want to answer a lot of the questions that people were wondering in terms of fixing SLP. By the way, 4 months later, they're doing exactly that. So
No.
it's been a pretty fascinating turnaround for the Axie Infinity team. And that's why I've started to support them a little bit more because they're coming around now. They're realizing what happened back then and how they could fix the future going on forward. Anyway, they kind of messed up the economy on the way. But,
Turns out a little.
yeah.
Turns out a little criticism lit a fire into their ass, didn't it?
Right. No, it did.
Yeah.
It did. It really did.
Yeah.
But it took them 4 months and it took a fucking
No.
95% drop in the economy to do that. But I got really
Yeah.
demotivated making Axie Infinity content, completely screwed it over. Because to me, if I don't want to make something, I'm just not making it. And I know how to manipulate the YouTube algorithm to make it in any space. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I know I'm going to end up making it. So I was like, okay, well, what's happening in the meme token space? I haven't looked at Shiba Inu in a while. I see Saitama's trending. I see Saitama the Vision. It's for Zoomers. They're having the Saitama mask. It has a bunch of hype. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start covering Saitama.
Fuck yeah, baby. That's the wave.
It was fun.
That's the wave.
And then everybody was so positive. Everything was awesome.
Yeah.
There were parties. I really wanted to go to that November 13th event.
And then I started talking shit.
Wait, I'm not there yet. Okay. So I made the channel October. That thing happened. And then I guess you had your little point, whatever. That doesn't matter, though. That's not why I blocked you or anything. We'll get into that later. But
no, that's exactly why you blocked me, you little weirdo. That's exactly.
No, I'll get there. I blocked you because of the fucking sandstorm. I'll say it straight up. That guy's really annoying, and I don't want to hear that guy because he just constantly fishes for content, and then I'm just like, I'm not having it anymore. And so I blocked him, and then you were associated. I was like, you know what? Screw all these people. I'm blocking all of them.
You're like at a grocery store. It's like, yeah, might as well get this while I'm here. So like, where you're blocking Sandstorm, might as well block that motherfucker over.
Get all of them. Because for me, I made it in the space by myself. I haven't needed anybody to make it. So
of course.
I don't need anyone. If I gotta block someone, so I don't want to listen to them. That's it. That's the end of the story. That's the fortunate part of me that, I haven't talked to a lot of people in the space yet. I am starting to expand in the Axie party. I started talking to like Bryson and these guys. Turns out in real life, you can shoot the shit. They're awesome people. But in social media, totally different people. So it's something you have to learn to digest over time. My friend got swatted too the other day. And then I'm like, man, you just have to be grateful for life. Because they had their guns drawn. People could have died there. So for me, I'm like, you know what? Just be grateful for where you are. Just talk to people. get to their perspective, listen to them. I know you're really frustrated with Saitama as well as your entire community. Of course, I have a different opinion on that, and I'm very open with that. And you could call me a fanboy, whatever you want, but I know this thing's hitting $10 billion at some point. So I'm more than happy.
Again.
Yes. It doesn't matter if it's again, I sized in way lower, as you know. So I'm looking for my trillions of coins on Saitama for the future of Saitama. Of course, everybody has their disagreements and all that. But for me, it's just being optimistic, moving forward, continuing to foster those connections and growing in the space. I've taken on some advisory roles, which I'm going to be signing in about a month or so for NFT Play to Earn games. That's where my experience relies in, as a gamer, as somebody that's been in the space, that's manipulated the markets. Yeah.
For you guys who don't know, Classic Crypto actually has another channel called Classy, I believe, where he did NFTs first.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? NFTs and
I still have that channel. I still upload on it.
Oh yeah, Axie Infinity. Yeah, so he still does that.
Yeah,
so that's
and
where
it's great.
Started,
it's good because you got 2 avenues of growth, and it's 2 things I love to cover. It's cryptocurrencies. I'm in economics. I'm into all that stuff. But of course, you have to kind of dumb everything down because most people in the cryptocurrency space are getting into it.
No,
it's not that. It's not that. No,
that's that's how people stretch my words sometimes. You said that, Fudney.
No, it's not like that. It's just like if I got into cryptocurrency, I would have wanted it that way. I don't want you to go into some crazy TA and teach me something I don't need to know. I want you to just teach me the basics. Know the little iceberg analogy where you've got all the basics here and you said tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. I want to teach tier 1/tier 2. That's my goal here. Of course, people aren't going to really understand how to go through blockchains. I am going to be doing that. I think Rodney already knows that I'm having an AMA with Russ March 11th. Saitama should be out since then. I did tell him, hey, we're going to be talking post. I said we're going to be talking post Saitama. So that's going to be the topic of discussion. I'm going to be teaching people the difference between Uniswap gas and Saitama gas, all that kind of stuff, so we can see it live, right? So people can give some perspective on all of that kind of stuff. So the idea is post Saitama talks, because I don't think there's been an AMA out there yet that's talked about something after Saitama. It's always been just, when Saitama comes out, my State of Realty questions.
It hasn't come out yet.
It hasn't come out, right?
Well, it's out, but the swap isn't.
Right. But once it comes out, it's nice to get some perspective on what's coming in the future, right? Because I think I remember Gabriel and what's the other guy, Mr. Grape or something like that, right? He's the founder of State of Realty or something like that.
Yeah, they blocked me too. Yeah.
No, but we're cool. But he's making NFTs, and I'm probably gonna grab some NFTs because Saitama NFTs are gonna go boom boom.
Yeah. I mean, that's good that you're having that. I was actually surprised to see the AMA so far in the future. I was like, the 11th, because I'm
planning it forward.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay. But then I'm thinking like, well, then Saitama, surely they cannot mess up again. Surely it's going to be released. Surely the swap is going to be working. So of course I'm a little more cynical about it. I've been kind of like really on that ass for really over promising and under delivering. But it is nice to see people saying like, hey, this is getting a little ridiculous. But on the flip side, Russ is going on people's channels and answering some pretty tough questions. I mean, not in the way I would like, but he's doing that, right? He's making his round.
What do you like about that?
Transparent. I just feel like he still skirts around the main issues. I don't think he really answers the questions like good enough. And I feel like, especially when he was on the Sandstorm channel, did you watch that AMA?
Yeah, I watched that AMA.
Yeah, very good AMA. Crypto Realist is really like not letting him kind of, snake his way out of some of the questions. I think that some of the questions,
it was an interrogation, but
a little bit, yeah. But hey, sometimes you got to ask questions like, hey,
because if you guys needed that kind of confirmation, sure, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, what has given you faith about this project personally? Like, what have they done that they said they were going to do?
I mean, for me, it's always been the leverage, right? I know that, Saitama is trying to be some kind of community-driven project with this crazy kind of stuff. But for me, you still know it. You get a lot of views off Saitama, and you get a lot of views off these people looking at it. There's still a lot of hype in this asset. And yeah, they've had a lot of delays in this and that. Fortunately for us, we've had this bear market, because this bear market has been low-key the biggest savior for all these meme tokens, because there could have been another meme token just taking over all of us. But right now, as we still stand, Saitama is the 3rd biggest meme token. You get a bunch of views off Saitama. We all do. So we still know 100%. For a fact that the interest is still there for Saitama. And the second the Saitama comes out, this thing's going to go fucking crazy. So we have to see when it comes out. I've talked to Russ. He said March 11th, right? We're going to have a post-Saitama AMA. So I am expecting the Saitama application to be launched. Of course, you know that Lily Finance was projected. Oh, we're on track to have Lily Finance launch. But it didn't happen, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. But that's my instilled faith in it. I've talked to a lot of influencers in the space as well, and they think the same way, right? They are critical on the fact that timelines haven't been met, but overall for the project, we're fortunate enough to still be the third biggest meme token.
Yeah, most definitely. But sooner or later, you got to rely on actual utility. And I just feel like they're not really delivering. Yeah. I mean, and we checked out the wallet. We said 340K, holders strong. I mean, you saw my video on the Dust wallets, right?
That's always right. There's a bunch of Dust wallets in Reflections.
But more than 50%? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty normal stuff. Of course
that's not normal for that's not normal for Sheep. That's not normal for Shibnobi.
That's normal for tokens that have been around for God knows how long and are down 90%, right? That's how that usually works. Some people buy at the top. Most people bought in November 13th, right? That's when the all-time high happened. And then boom, we had a gigantic correction. Most people are still holding that bag. And since it's down 90%, most people buy 1K, $100, right?
Yeah, so okay, I get that, but 50% to me is kind of crazy. And I think that we always tout that 340 holders strong, baby. I just think it's getting a little insane. But you know what? The cool thing is that yes, we still get views on Saitama, but I think speaking critically has really created a lane in this space, which I think is very, very good. Especially, I just think that cryptocurrency right now, it's just so easy for people to come in, make a ton of money, peace out, and have no legal repercussions. That's true. At all. And we're seeing it a lot, especially in the NFT space. This shit's going absolutely
it's way worse in the NFT space.
Way worse. Way worse. Because everybody and their mom is creating NFTs, big figures in regular life. They could, fucking be, I don't know, like Floyd Mayweather or Jake Paul. These people coming out with NFTs, they're promoting them. The team is rugging, and they're like, oh, I just got paid to do promotion. So
Lana Rose, I saw that.
Exactly. The chat's going crazy. All right, let's talk about our beef where it started with Steve at Rocket Crypto, because you were upset that I shared a private conversation with Steve, but you don't understand that there was a lot more to that conversation. And Steve, what I did told you that. I sent you a message after that.
You said, I'm sorry, this isn't gonna work out, and then that's kind of it, right?
I have the message right here on Twitter, right? That literally says what happened.
Hold on, I'm gonna go through it.
Yeah. I said, the crazy thing is about that video.
Oh, there's way more to the story. Yeah.
I left a ton of shit out for Steve's sake. That doesn't mean the fact that
Steve is completely fine with that. That just means that I could have said more.
No. He wanted the information to come out, just not yet, because he felt bad about the investors.
That would have been a nice clarification. And I would have been perfectly fine. Yeah.
I said that.
But the thing is, culturally speaking, I'm in a Cuban family, and the second that you start talking about private stuff, for me, it's just a cultural break. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be associated with you. It's just, that's how it works, right? In my household personally. So if I ever have an influencer have that happen to me, I can't associate myself. I don't know how cool we are. Obviously, in real life, if you're go to the Saitama event in June, I'll clap you up. We'll probably drink a few beers. But at the end of the day, that's just how it works culturally.
Yeah, pause. Classy City's gonna clap me up. Pause.
Oh?
Just yeah. But I think like the whole message went over a lot of people that resonated with them, but it went over your head. Steve said something very critical about the project, and the swap is still not working today. For what reason, I don't know, right?
Right.
But he made some pretty good points, and he was closer to the project than any of us could ever imagine, right? I mean, we cover it. We cover the news we're getting, but he was actually on the team. So I think that it's important to listen to a guy like that. I know it is cheese. Excuse me. It's not cheese. It's gossip, right? It's tea. Yes, exactly. But at the same time, it's like everyone's like, "Where the fuck is Steve?" And there was Steve the entire time.
He was fucking in a yacht. Yeah, in a yacht with his Twitter open.
Bro, he made some money. But I think it's important that it's like it's like Edward Snowden. Are you going to crucify him? It's like anyone who leaks. What about the person who leaked the terrarium wallets? Who had they exposed that the guy had 108 wallets?
108 wallets. Yeah.
I'm not mad at Feltron for that. That was a private conversation, but
was it? I had no idea.
Yeah. So what happened with the terrarium whale is that he was at the all-time high. He had $77 million in Saitama. Didn't sell, which is stupid. Didn't sell. So people were accusing him of dumping Saitama. People on the dev team. Well, he showed his wallet to the dev team to say, "Hey, I'm not the one dumping the project," and he didn't. Right until recently.
Right.
Now, okay. So now come to find out, he had 108 separate wallets on the Terrarium project. That information was leaked from a dev team member to Feltron, who leaked it on the internet. So that was a private conversation with the person he entrusted his wallet address with, just to prove to him, "Hey, I wasn't dumping the project, but I think that information I needed to know that. People needed to know that he is in on the project, right?
Yeah, that was
108 wallets.
important to know, right? Especially if it's
Yeah.
108 out of 150 wallets.
So my point is that sometimes information getting leaked for the greater good is important. My opinion.
I don't know. You know what? For me, perspective-wise, I think, hey, the Saitama is about to come out. This guy's just trying to bash on Saitama while he can, and that was kind of what we're going to drive forward. It hasn't come out, so you are correct on that regard. We'll see if it comes out this month. It should come out this month. And, you know, for me, I'm always very forward-thinking, so I'm kind of like, I don't care about all this petty drama. This petty drama is nice for some content or some drama and some views and whatever this crap. And that's primarily what your channel is, right? Just covering a bunch of, like, the drama that's going on in the crypto space, the things that are going on. But, you know, overall for me, I kind of just want to keep going, go past that stuff. I don't really care about it personally. Of course, it's kind of fun to delve in every now and then. But for the most part, I'm just trying to make money, right?
That's what I'm saying. Look, it's an angle. Like, you talk about positive, happy, fun time, feel good stuff on your channel. That gets views and likes. I talk about the drama going on. What's the difference?
I do cover drama, though. I did talk today about the fact that Saitama hadn't come out. So I am still critical on the project. I talk about all that kind of stuff all the time. And Axie Infinity, you know, I'm not afraid to get into these kinds of things. My entire career was built off of that Axie Infinity hype. So I could have easily had just kept saying, oh, I love Axie Infinity. Oh, I love this and that. I just know that this isn't the situation. Axie Infinity, Saitama, two different assets, two different perspectives. They're going to have two different results. So for me, I still have the instilled faith in Saitama. Fortunately for us, it is a finite resource. We don't have infinite SLP generation going all over the place. So there is still hope to come back. And for me, you know, I have that purchase price so low that I'm perfectly fine. By the way, I bought this all recently. I think my initial coverage of Saitama was at the 3s or the 4s or something like that. And then I had my plays. Fortunately for me, the 6 to 12s, I got a really lucky trade. And I just pumped a few Ethereum on there and flipped it because I knew that was going to happen, right? What ends up happening with all these wars, I actually told my friend yesterday with the whole Ukraine war situation, it always happens. You have a huge dump, huge correction back upward, bounce, boom, biddy, bing, bang, bang. And then it goes ahead and starts consolidating for a bit. And then we just go boom again, unless NATO starts stepping in. So, you know, for me, that's been the perspective this entire time with Saitama. I knew that we're getting really damn close to this bottom here. We're at, what, $1 billion in market cap. It could only go so much lower. And with all the connections that they have, with everything going forward, I mean, they got Islam Makhachev and they got a bunch of other sponsorships. They got bags, okay? They have money to spend for marketing. So I think they have that leverage instilled in them to keep the project going.
Yeah, most definitely. But I do have to say about the Islam Makhachev partnership, I love it. I'm a huge UFC fan. I love it.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that fight.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I watch every fucking event. But keep in mind that UFC fighters pay is a huge issue right now. They're going to take anyone sponsoring them. I think what we saw with SafeMoon recently with Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather, that class action lawsuit because they were promoting, you know, SafeMoon telling people to buy it without disclosing that information.
But they got tokens in advance.
Exactly. So it's pretty interesting. So but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes with a lot of people. So we should be very wary of influencers or things like that. But the thing about the market, you're 100% correct. I mean, last year was the China issue, right? Banning cryptocurrency. And then we had that huge
pretty much every year, but yeah.
It's like, there's always something to dump the price so people can get in at a cheaper price and those sorts of things. So I just think that a lot of the market is down, but a lot of the projects fundamentally are okay. Like there's nothing wrong with them. They're not promising anything. We're not waiting on a product from them. The market's just down. I just feel like it's a little different with Saitama since we've been waiting for something for so long. It's like their bread and butter still isn't here yet. It's more like, oh, it's coming in the future. Now we got Saita Realty. But I do want to touch on your opinion of the Lily Finance and Saitama breakup. What's up with that?
Yeah, that was a bit weird for me. He did say that he's been planning Saita Realty for a while. And in terms of Lily Finance's launch, I didn't get into it. Personally, I really wanted to get into that little whole pump and dump where it goes insane. It goes to 600 million and then it goes down a bunch. That's going to happen pretty much anywhere. Uniswap more so than not because there aren't that many bots on the actual Saitama ecosystem. So that's something good to mention about Saita Realty. It's not going to be the same. The launch of Lily Finance would have been totally different. That was terrible. That launch, it was at what, $4,000 at some point because it had no LP.
Oh my! It's crazy thing is that Jess Moonshot and Scott were able to get the contract before a lot of people. A lot of people were watching their stream.
I saw that.
So then they did something. They injected the liquidity the wrong way, correct? Something like that. They used the V3.
They did. They used V3 and then they injected into V2. It was terrible, terrible. So,
Oopsie.
I mean, are they just not doomed forever? Like, what the hell do they do from there, you know?
I think it's a fucking scam, anyways. But it's crazy to me, like how they would just turn their back so quick on Saitama. That's insane. Like I get it, they want it to launch, but man, I mean, no one knows about Lily Finance if it's not for Saitama. TBH.
Yeah, no, I thought the same thing. That's why I didn't get into it. I thought there was something shading going on. I'm not sure if there's still something shading going on. I mean, we got Del Crypto. I haven't heard of that guy in like a month already. At this point, it feels like it's been that long. But you know, we'll see what ends up happening with Lily Finance. I hope, you know, it doesn't end up being anything nefarious. I hope it goes well. I hope it pumps. I hope it passes Shib Doge and Shiba Inu and all these crazy assets. You know, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be happening. We'll see what happens with the NASCAR. I think that car crashed in lap 23 or something like that. So crashed pretty early on. And I don't know a lot of people that get into NASCAR, but what I will say, charity tokens need to be appreciated. There just aren't any quality charity tokens out there. I don't know a single one. And one of the questions I'm going to ask Russ is about what charity events they're going to be doing moving forward. We haven't had any ones recently, right? So looking forward to that. That's just something else onto Saitama I want to talk about. But Lily Finance, I hope it goes well because charity tokens need more rep in the space.
Yeah, most definitely. Seda Realty, I think, was a pretty much a move to make a Saitama exclusive because Lily Finance is gone. What do you think of that product? Honestly, do you know anything about real estate at all?
Well, my best friend knows a lot about real estate, so he told me a little bit about it, and he said it was fine. Of course, he said, how the hell are you going to give people good passive income? I mean, at the current state, even if they put like $100 million worth of assets, they probably can't give you that much money for it. But essentially, I don't know what's going on down there, but I'm just gonna keep going.
Talking shit.
It just distracts the heck out of me. Anyway, so detail wise for Seda Realty passive income thing, I already asked about the docs thing. Would like some more clarification on that, of course, once the lawyers get all that squared out. That's something that concerned me as a shareholder, right? You're going to be a shareholder. So doxing yourself in the United States is something, of course. In terms of liquidity, that should be fine. In terms of utility, it's just a fun. That's all it is, right? It's just a fun for real estate. So we'll see what ends up happening for that. If Saitama is stable, if it ends up doing really well, then I think Seda Realty is going to do fine. But at the end of the day, it's just a fun. I thought it was going to be some kind of metaverse component. Maybe that's something that they're going to be teasing afterward because they did talk about it a lot, about the metaverse component with real estate, going in there in person with your little Quest 2s. So hopefully that ends up happening. And I think that's most likely what they were talking about because they have this track record of just holding on to things until they just come out randomly out of nowhere. And then you got like 1 to 2 days and they got that metaverse thing coming up. So we'll see what ends up progressing from that. But personally, that's what I'm looking forward to for Seda Realty. And I'm going to wait after launch to purchase.
Yeah, they're going to be super transparent with how the money is handled. Because the thing about the decentralized exchange is that, I mean, here's the thing: they could do whatever they want with the money given to them from whatever happens to that. They could do whatever they want, and we'll never know what they do with it. So they're going to need to be super transparent on what they buy, when they're buying it, who they're using for these projects, and those sorts of things.
Yeah, 100%.
Ryan Patrick talking shit says this is for the
lost. Oh, the impersonation. Okay, I just read it. Yeah. Okay, I'll try again. Hold on. I can't do it.
Wolfpack. Well, you gotta stare at the camera for like.
Oh, sorry. Hey, Wolfpack, it's Ryan Patrick here. I can't do it. Okay, I can't. I'm too like. I'm missing a few brain cells, all right? But moving forward onto it, yeah, I know. I got all the love in the world for Ryan Patrick. Just terrible impression.
yeah, Ryan Patrick. Yeah. How about more than $10, Ryan? Huh? How about you hit it, hundo?
Oh yeah, hundos.
Yeah, you cheap little shit. Just kidding. Ryan Patrick's cool.
No,
we squashed the beef. This motherfucker brought a whiteboard to our thing. He's like, well, technically, right you weren't really following fair use but I'm like. YouTube's yes, I'm following fair use. Criticism of a video is fair. There's so many videos that do the same thing. They argue, they get it removed, and those sorts of things. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know anything about fair use. It pisses me off when people copy strike my videos. So I would kindly ask that people don't do that. Talk to me before you do that.
Tell people what happened to you near the launch of Saitama. Remember, you got hit with like 20 copyright strikes.
Yeah, you don't know how hyped I was to put Saitama on my thumbnail again, the actual logo. You could do that now. Russ told me you could do that. But talking on that, let me see if I still have it. I think I still have a strike. Let me go to my dashboard here. Yeah. No, it's gone. Okay, it's gone. Yeah, I had a copyright strike for about 5 months at this point, and I had over 60 60 strikes on my channel. And it ended up being a fake company. It wasn't actually the guys that made One Punch Man. It was just some random company that started striking a bunch of Saitama videos. So I don't know what they were trying to do. Maybe they're trying to shut down, and maybe it was some other competing token that was trying to go over Saitama. That's some pretty interesting drama that you should look into more. What happened on that situation? I wish I would have known, but they just removed all of it. They said, hey, I don't want to deal with it anymore. And then right before my channel got deleted, they removed it all. And I went ahead and I was like, okay, I'll go legal on this because I'm perfectly fine on this.
Well, you went hours. You had hours left. Until your channel was deleted. That was crazy.
Yeah,
and then that happened. It happened to Jake Gagan too.
It happened to Jake Gagan, but lesser, right? I made more videos, so that was what ended up happening. Man, it was 60 strikes. I was freaking the hell out.
That's fucking nuts. Yeah. I got one and I was freaking out. The crazy thing is that I used that logo in all my videos. I mean, I deleted it.
They were striking specific channels.
Oh, maybe it was just me in disguise.
Maybe it was
I was just trying to get rid of the competition.
Funny.
Christopher says bigger Saitama Schiller, Classy, Ryan, Henoch, Austin, or Zach. Henoch, hands down, baby.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a shiller, but not that crazy of a shiller.
No. Henoch is blind when he comes to the shilling, and he said one bad thing against Saitama, and woo, they came at his ass. Hey Ryan, I'm cheaper than you. I'm glad to see everyone together. Thank you guys so much for the donations. I do appreciate you having Classic Crypto on the stream. So a lot of people don't know we started our channels near the same time, and we kind of came up together.
We kind of technically did, right? Same time, same drive. We uploaded every day. You, of course, still upload more videos than me. I don't know what the hell you're doing with these live streams, but
I'm on, baby. I'm on one.
I mean, if that's what you like doing, go for it. I lost some motivation to do live streams like a year ago, back when I was doing my League of Legends streams. But in terms of content creation, I'm still having a ton of fun making these Saitama videos, making the Axie videos, making all this, because it brings so many connections. I've talked to so many people. Imagine 21 years old, talking to billion-dollar token devs, talking to VC funds, investing in millions, asking me for advice about NFT play to earn gaming. And then I'm just kind of like, wow, I'm so fortunate to be in the position that I am today. I'm going to keep honing in my skills. I've been improving my thumbnails, improving my content creation, reading in books, and just going ahead and furthering myself as a person so that I can continue to be ahead of the curve. And that's what I've been doing since then.
Yeah, most definitely. The opportunities are crazy. I've been getting all kinds of fucking offers. I'm like, what the somebody watching me? So being on the platform, being yourself, talking your shit, just being who you are, whatever that is, I think is really, really good. And regardless of what people say, look, here's the thing. At the end of the day, guys, I roast Classy roasts me, right? We have some beef, right?
We have our thing, yeah.
I talk a little shit. He talks a little shit. We don't have to agree on everything. That's not how the world works. But we can still come here and I can roast him live. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we can roast each other live, right?
Yeah. Okay. Sandstorm says, LMFAO, I don't fish for content. Definitely don't twist the narrative around, misinterpret an interview like you, Classy. Fight.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Oh shit.
I'm going to ignore that one. But yeah, definitely two different individuals between Sandstorm and Fudney. So I'm glad to be on Fudney's show. I am open to that kind of interaction. Some people are trying to further their careers.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness! All right, well, all right. So Alonzo says, "Classy still eating shit tacos." No, you've been eating some good tacos though. There was 1 or 2 places that actually looked good. Alonzo,
they weren't bad. Alonzo is so picky on his damn tacos,
isn't he, bro? Yeah.
But he makes good tacos. I mean, it makes sense. I used to watch his taco videos every day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Let's see. Classy so professional to handle any fucking question. Good, yeah. What the fuck is that? What? Is that one of your guys? Is this your man? Whose man's is this? Is this your man?
Yeah.
Whose man's is it?
Yeah. All the respect in the world.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, Classy. So say what you want about Classy. Okay, say what you want. I say a lot of stuff. This man is killing it. Tell him about your success in NFTs because I think it's a very interesting story.
Yeah, so NFT story was pretty interesting. It was the whole Axie thing. That's how I got into cryptocurrency NFTs. NFT play to earn gaming was booming at the moment. There were a bunch of Filipinos. By the way, that's still the trend. I don't want to release too much information on US-based growth. I think that would be like NDAs and stuff. But talking on the NFT play to earn space, man, has it boomed. And the people taking advantage of rug pulls around the August to September realm, I got really big into the ape derivatives. Ape derivatives went crazy around that time. As well as that, I still remember Pudgy Penguins. Derivatives are just kind of like, you got your art, and then you got one a little bit different. That's it. It's a little bit
Oh,
different.
so
It's based off another
got it.
collection. Yeah, it's
So
kind
like
of
the
stupid.
Bored Ape Club, the Bored Ape
Yeah,
Yacht Club, that shit. Okay, okay.
yeah, it's kind of like Mutant Apes is a derivative of Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? Because it's similar. It's from the same brand, but it's different, right? It has its different utility basis. It's got serums and all this crazy stuff. Bro, some of these
Mm.
things are worth millions of dollars. So for
Oh,
me,
I
taking
know.
advantage, yeah, no, everybody knows. And I still don't understand why some of these things are worth millions, but we're getting there. We're
Doesn't
getting
matter.
there. One
Yeah.
time I'll realize, I think it's future utility. People are doing the same thing they're doing in cryptocurrencies and like assets like Saitama. You don't have the utility yet. They're planning on future utility. I've seen it with a lot of things like Sheep Fighter I got into recently, and I like the thing. It's
Yeah.
like a bunch of sheets on chain fighting each other. It's the most stupid thing, but those things end up accruing a lot of value over time. I flipped that thing. One time I flipped beans, right? OX Azukis, on-chain Azukis. Azuki is like this gigantic collection. That's a derivative of Azukis. And then I ended up flipping those beans. And yeah, so you have to look into these projects and see who's creating them, because most of these things are influencer hype projects that are going to end up being
Yeah.
pump and dumps. So,
Yeah.
I'd rather be in the DeFi space personally, but NFT
Yeah.
play to earn gaming is going to be a lot more stable than NFTs because of the fact that they're going to have those AAA gaming studios on board with them. And I've been fortunate enough to talk to companies like Microsoft and Apple, which
Yeah.
may or may not be planning something in the future.
Do you think that they can? Because I think that that's not real true decentralization, though. Do you think that they can?
It's
Are
not.
people going to
It's
really
not.
flock to them? Because I mean, you have like the Sandbox and Decentraland and some of those products like that are true decentralization, where you don't have to worry about everything getting wiped out in case this company scraps. What's your opinion on that? Because I think the metaverse is really, really interesting. And there's been metaverses forever, right? I mean, we've had them for ever since we could put on a little headset and talk shit to your Xbox Live friend, right? In Halo 2, we've had metaverses technically. How do you think the public is going to respond to big corporations getting involved in something that's so decentralized? So, you see what I mean?
Yeah, the money's all over the place is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to control any of that? Well, simply put, they start off as centralized entities and they stay centralized, but what they end up doing at some point is having DAOs that control the fourth point of the company. That's what happens with most of these play-to-earn games. And what the company will do is that they'll release their initial game, have the hype on that, and then as time passes, they're going to go ahead and make future games and feature other things that will further their growth. People won't be too angry because they would have cashed out already with all their profits. So anything from then is just them running their servers, and that's where the decentralized point comes in. Because if their servers go down, you could still run servers on Axie Infinity. That's something that is happening. They have nodes out there in Florida. They have them in New York, all over the place. So no matter what, even if Axie Infinity goes under, people can still play the game in itself. Of course, in its current state, that's not true. That's going to be a thing in the future. And most of these games, I will say right now, they're all dying. All of them are going to be going away because the current model, first off, it's not sustainable. Second off, it's based off of third world countries extorting labor at this point, right? These gaming guilds, what happens is they'll get in on these funding rounds and they'll just completely kill projects if they survive more than a month, because they get in there 10K, flip it to like 1 million and just extract. So that just ends up killing projects like that. That's something I've been really worried about with a lot of these NFT play to earn games. I keep stressing to these developers, you have to be careful because that's going to keep happening. I think gaming guilds are a terrible thing for the space, but to some extent they're needed because you need funding. But if you get funding from VCs instead of just these gaming guilds, I think it'd be more advantageous to the future of your asset. That's something I've been touching base on. But overall, I think as the year ends, we're going to get a lot of these really nice games. I mean, Apron is all I got to say.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Sandstorm says, Classy, you're welcome to join the YouTube roundtable anytime. Russ, face the FUD. Can you?
I think I'm too afraid to face the FUD, man.
You guys should just hang out. You guys should just really get you, Ryan, Patrick, and Sandstorm just hang out, Hey, look we don't have to like agree on everything to hang out, you know what I mean?
I just don't care enough. I think he's just pushing on it.
Oh shit. Sandstorm, we just called you a bitch metaphorically. Just
no,
kidding.
I didn't say that.
I'm really
like, I just don't feel like it, bro. Like,
yeah.
Well, what is he gonna say? Well, Classy, you blocked me because I said the Naraka token thing, but you ended up doing an honest review, and then you said that you didn't recommend the project. But I didn't shill it. I literally said, hey, bro, like you can check out the project, but I'm not too bullish on this thing. I mean, it looks interesting if it goes through. It's the same thing like every other project on the planet. And then he's like stressing on it, like, the Classy's just a little shiller. He's just attacking me for no reason. So I don't feel like talking to this guy. That's it.
Let's get one thing straight here, guys. 99% of these products are shit. And that applies to anything in cryptocurrency right now, DeFi, whatever, NFTs. They're all shit. 99% of them are shit, right? There's a few gems out there. Right now, a lot of people are capitalizing on what crypto is and how easy it is to just make money because it's lucrative. A lot of people are not going to get this time again in their life. Let's be honest, right? A lot of people are not going to get this time in their life to make this kind of money in a short amount of time.
No.
So a lot of the products we review are going away. They're not going to be here. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. And if you stay in this game longer and you start doing these token reviews, one of the products you cover are going to rug pull. It's just the way it is. They could be
inevitable. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They could have liquidity locked for a year. Doesn't matter. They're going to go away. So that's
but the big difference between me and a lot of the just regular shills is that my honest reviews, I just tell people straight up, I don't like this project. I think you should wait for this project. So they're not straight up shills like most people expect from one of those little shill videos. I don't go in there and let's say, this is the next 20x amazing project. This is going to be just revolutionary. It's going to change the way you think about DeFi. No, I just go, hey, this is what's on the white paper. This is the audit. This is what you should be expecting. If it doesn't happen, oh well. I would go ahead and wait for this project to go ahead and sustain itself and deliver on some of its deliverables, and that you can go ahead and get inside of it. That's what I do with most of these things. So I hold myself accountable for everything, but for the most part, I'm pretty honest with my reviews, right? It's honest reviews.
Most definitely. Yeah. And I've been getting so many, like, I've been getting a ton of offers. And honestly, I'm just leaving these people on red. I take one look at the white paper. I'm like, damn, all these white papers look like Cider Realty. Who the fuck could take this seriously? You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's where I'm at with some of those promotions. I mean, because they pay so well. Like, it's hard to pass up on those babies, you know? Making a couple thousand to talk about some shit coin. Fantastic, but man, sometimes, man, it's just tough to like do a review on these tokens without just shitting on them the whole time, because a lot of them are just terrible. They're just terrible, you know.
Yeah, no, they're awful. Most of these tokens aren't going anywhere. What I will say is that Saitama started off as like a $1 million token that had no white paper and ended up like soft rug pulling at some point, and now it's worth $1 billion. So I mean, you can imagine some of these projects that are bad. Got to win the lottery, but there's a possibility that they could be something. So to be honest in that regard, I'd say, hey, there is that potential that this could happen, just very unlikely. And I wouldn't bet my money on it.
Yeah, Saitama was really, man, it was a spectacle, right? Because it hit. All the YouTubers start talking about it. Russ is coming out because a lot of this pumped because of the things Russ was saying. Let's be honest. It was like a positive, positive cycle, right? Where a positive feedback loop, right? So Russ would say something good, YouTubers would talk about it, boom, boom. And things got to a crazy all-time high in November, and then, it took a shit. Honestly, we're still, dude, it was insane. It was the way it caught on to the YouTube community and the way it was growing and holders. We made it. And Russ was insane, absolutely insane. What happened is spectacle, like Shiba Inu, right? Spectacle. And I'm sure a lot of people are grateful for the money they made off of it. So a lot of people are like looking for the next one. What do you think is the next one right now? Any contenders?
Man, I don't know. I'm just an NFT player in gaming. I mean, I think Apron is nice. I think there's like this Ninetales game. I think that's going to be a rug pull. There just aren't that many projects out there. Yeah, I don't know. Like in terms of DeFi, I have no idea. I have no idea. What do you think?
So, I don't know. I'm not sure if another meme coin can do that again.
Really? Why do you get that? I'm
not sure. I don't know. I think that the fevers kind of died down. First it was Doge, then it was we might see it on a smaller scale, but a large scale like that, I'm not sure, because we had the Doge, we had Shiba trying to kill that. Then people wanted to get on Saitama because that was the next Shiba. I mean, Steve at Rocket Crypto even joined Saitama because he had those same kind of vibes, you know? I'm not sure if we're going to get something that crazy again. I just don't think so.
You know what I think? I thought that mass adoption was going to come faster. I have the crypto.com private, so I saw the metrics on the growth of cryptocurrency over the past month.
Crazy.
I think it went up like 4.5% or something. And with the Super Bowl ads, it's by month. Super Bowl ads were, what was it? Like 3 million downloads in a single day. So it was pretty insane, the amount of people getting to crypto. But I just think we're so early that these kind of projects, we don't even have regulation. I guarantee there's going to be another $1 billion token out there that comes out of nowhere. So I still think we have a lot of time. You guys have no idea how early you are in cryptocurrency's lifetime. I mean, we are a small cap market. The entire market is only worth, it's not even worth 2 trillion, right? It's not worth a lot, especially with inflation and all of these other hedges that people are trying to go at. Cryptocurrency is so early. I mean, Saitama's what, 976 million, right? Yeah, 976 million right now. That token wouldn't even be considered a OTC stock. I mean, that thing is so small. A lot of these other
Yeah.
companies, they don't even want to talk to Saitama because it's so small. And that's a top 100 token. So imagine all of the other tokens in the space that are still emerging. There's going to be another $1 billion token guaranteed. And it's probably going to have to do with either, you know what, it could be anything. Because that's the cryptocurrency space. We're a bunch of degens. We'll hop on anything. So I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
$1 billion for sure, but 10 billion again? I don't know, because Shib was close. Shibnobi got close. Shibnobi got close, but I can't describe
hit a billion.
It was did it actually hit $1 billion? It was close, right?
No, it hit $1 billion, then it immediately fell down.
Jumped. Okay, that was his first all-time high, wasn't it? Like the first all-time high?
Yeah, that was incredible to watch.
It was insane. Yeah, most definitely. I think that regulation is not going to affect the smaller cap community tokens because you can't really regulate the decentralized world. Maybe you just can't. It's without destroying crypto, in my opinion. Now, there's a lot of big money waiting to get in, and it's so cliche, but we always say it, like the entire cryptocurrency market cap is smaller than Apple, because it is, right? One stock, on the S&P 500 is smaller.
The entire market.
Exactly, which is absolutely crazy. That's absolutely nutty.
It's by a long shot too.
Yeah, it's not even close. I mean, it's close, but it's insane. So there's a lot of room to grow in cryptocurrency, and I think mass adoption is just going to help that. Unfortunately, Russia started some shit with Ukraine that really just threw everything off the rails. For right now. Let's see. We had another donation from Crypto Saiyan. Says, will Saitama Dev deliver a working Sata mask? We'll see.
Yes, we'll see.
We'll see. What? I can't imagine them fucking this up again. I just can't. I can't.
I mean, neither. That's why I had so much faith. That's why I asked Russ. Can we do post Sata mask? That's how I titled everything.
Oh my god, we have some guy just spamming Cox. Okay, Edward M says, relax, ask Classy what his opinion on Richard Hart products. Hex. Talk about a cult.
Oh, Hex. I don't know anything about Hex. All I know is you can stake Hex to get more returns. And David Portney show. He was reviewing pizza, and some guy came up to him to show Hex. That's all I know about Hex.
That's hilarious.
And then he told him to F off.
That's hilarious. Okay. Hex is crazy.
So what's the cool about Hex?
Well, it's literally just staking. They're making their own blockchain and their own exchange. Pretty basic. But $34 million market cap. Really, I think it was like 40 or something, 50 something like million.
34 million.
Excuse me, sorry, billion. Excuse me, $1 billion market cap at its all-time high billions. Of course, CoinMarketCap didn't rank him the correct way. Large following, about almost 300K holders. I'd say about 200,000 of those, or 220,000 of those, are actually active. A lot of millionaires in the project. Over 3,300 people in that project are millionaires. So it has a lot of momentum behind. Has a lot of momentum in when it comes to like creating their own blockchain and exchange, because a lot of people do that, but there's just not enough money in the project. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It just needs more cap. I don't know, man. I just don't see the sustainability in a lot of these just straight up staking. Now, I did talk to somebody in the Axie party. He was a big Crow staker. It was kind of funny. We met up with the Icy Whites, but talking more on that, he was talking about the fact that, Crow has that 12.5% APR, but there are other ways to get even more APR off the Chronos ecosystem. And there are a bunch of tokens coming out there that are derivatives of Chronos. Chronos made a lot of these tokens. There's like Beefy Finance and a bunch of these other tokens. And you can run nodes to get better returns on your Crow. And you can earn on your DeFi wallet to get even more returns. So I think it's optimizing your staking to get ahead of the curve, because a lot of the time with all this staking, people are just going to be selling off at the end of the day. So you have to be careful in the avenue in which you're going about staking and doing the most efficient approach on that.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's all price too. I mean, if the price tanks Olympus DAO, then it doesn't really matter what the APY
what happened with that, buddy?
I'm still on it, bro. I got like 70 of them bitches.
Yeah. I mean, it's at $46, right?
It's so bad. And the crazy thing is that, luckily I didn't buy at the top, but the crazy thing is that when we saw the market, the entire market start to run a little bit, like we just did recently, it started to take off a little bit, and then of course tanked. Olympus DAO went with it. So I'm excited to see what happens in a crazy bull market, because I got 67 of those motherfuckers. So we're going to have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Very experimental.
Yeah, for me though, the only reason we had the pumps in the first place wasn't because of the market. It was just because of influencers pumping and dumping it. So I think it's just, can they pay the same guys again? Are you bullish on that?
Olympus DAO, they did have one that was really into it, but Time Wonderland had a ton, and a lot of people use
That was a scam,
leverage
though,
to.
right?
Not a scam. Their CFO, their chief financial officer guy, he was involved in a bunch of scams. Not the CEO, but he had a crazy rap sheet, so people found out about that. What do you think of God's Unchained play to earn game? Have you heard of it?
I think the play to earn gaming is okay. I think the ecosystem is kind of small. I don't think that they have the marketing necessary to keep growing, and I think other
No.
games are going to eclipse them. That's my POV. But it's a nice game if you want to play for free. Get a bit of money if you're good at the game. So I guess if you're like a Filipino or somebody in a third world country, you need money. Great game.
Yeah. Damn, was that a roast?
No, really,
Sandstorm,
like seriously, that's what most people need. Like if you're getting into cryptocurrencies and you don't want to invest, you get into NFT play to earn gaming. That's how you do it, because they're all run based off of scholarships. You get free money off of this kind of stuff. So
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, because in Axie Infinity, you can like loan out your Axies, right? I need to get back into that. It was
I have
actually
6
kind of fun.
scholars. Yeah, I got a few.
Yeah. I need to get back into that. It was actually, I have like 4 Axies. I just didn't use them. I mean, I'm okay at the game, but I guess my Axies suck. That's what we're saying.
Yeah,
my Axies suck. You want to go? How about we battle live on stream, bitch?
Hold on.
Not right now.
Okay, I'd kick your ass. Square up.
You would. I'm terrible. Sandstorm says, thank you for the $5 donation. Says I have a roundtable during the day, so it doesn't affect your curfew.
It affects my curfew.
Classy.
Man,
just kick his ass, Classy.
But that guy's only getting a platform because you're giving it to him. So it is what it is, right?
Oh shit. I do not second that comment. Let's see. Okay. Actually, I think Crypto Realist and Sandstorm actually are going their separate ways.
They departed, yeah.
They're making different content. So I'm excited to see what happens with Crypto Realist and Sandstorm going forward. Need both those guys in the space. Austin too, man. Good dude.
Good dude. We talked a bit on Zax. He's a pretty cool guy, yeah.
Classy, are you married?
I am not married. Have been together for 5 years though, so it's been quite a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Practically, right?
Will you be signing a prenup just in case she tries to take you to court for your NFTs? He said yes. Is she watching this? Oh, Classy.
I don't know, but hey, either way, she knows. She knows.
Yeah, Miss Classy. Cool. Okay, Classy is so. He was a real. Okay, so yeah, the comments do not like you, but that's okay.
That's
guys.
Cool.
Look at he's our guest. We could roast him. That's fine, but let's just hang out here. Ozum appreciates you. Have you had a conversation with Ozum Austin yet?
Yeah, no, we talked on the Zach Humphreys show. He seemed like a nice guy. Of course, he's critical just like you, but I don't hate him for it, right? I think it's perfectly fine to have your opinion on it. And we talked a bit about the Ukraine situation, about stable coins on Tether, and I think it was a nice, constructive conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. Zach, good guy. Let's see. You guys know Radix, fastest DeFi by far, they say. What is I don't know. There's all these blockchain. It's like
there's too many.
You can't fuck with Big Daddy ETH. I mean, that's the thing. Did you see Elon Mansur's comment to Vitalik the other day?
Yeah, he deleted it though. But the scalability issue with a lot of these cryptocurrencies is the big thing with me in DeFi. I think just Polygon keeps having outages because of how fast it's been scaling. So it's kind of like, can a lot of these layer ones even scale the same way ETH has? A lot of people criticize ETH, but ETH is massive. So I don't know.
It's big brand, baby. I mean, everybody trusts it, you know?
Yeah, once intermediary comes out, once more protocols come out, make it faster, make it more efficient, we'll see where it ends up going for ETH.
When Serenity comes out, it might just be the death of a lot of these blockchains that are competitors right now, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%. But ETH is probably, yeah, I've been worried about that actually, about Polygon, sizing into Polygon. Because, I mean, if you size into Polygon and then ETH starts taking over again because of lower gas fees and they're more economically friendly, a big point in NFTs that people hate NFTs because of the fact that it's not eco-friendly. But, you know, the good thing about Axie Infinity, it is, because it has its own blockchain. Right now, at least scalable-wise.
What is it, Ronin or what is it?
It's Ronin, yeah, Ronin.
Okay,
so
Ronin,
it has the second most total volume locked in the entire crypto space, and they have pretty much the most transactions as well. Of course, it's smaller transactions than Ethereum, but in terms of scalability, those are the only guys that have done it, and they're not worth anything. So why is Polygon worth that much more than something like Ronin?
Because I think it's a layer 2, right? It's a complement Ethereum, and they actually had a convention not too long ago, and Vitalik spoke at it. So I think that Polygon just makes them better, right?
Yeah, that's with a lot of these projects. I think there's like a project called Arbitrum that is doing something alongside Ethereum as well. That's most of these projects though. I think there's Link, Atom, all working alongside ETH to
Yep.
make the ecosystem better, because that's been a big issue right now. I think in terms of gas fees though, we've really gone down, which is a good thing for a lot of people.
Fantastic.
I haven't checked it in a while. No, never mind. I'm sorry. It's still at 100, but it was a lot better
Oh,
back then. It was like at 30 at some point when we had that little mini bear market.
yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah.
Dude, that was nice, man. I'm because that's when you buy. People
I
understand
bought
that.
NFTs, yeah.
I'm learning. That's when you buy, guys. That's when you got to load the fuck up. You know, I mean, it's great to buy when there's big green erect candles everywhere, but you got to buy when the market looks like shit. You know.
Of course, yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. So you went to the Axie Infinity meetup, and you're going to a Saitama one.
Yeah,
Isn't
of
it
course.
like-
I'm going to all
when is
crypto
that?
parties, bro.
Yeah.
Crypto parties are a blast. You'd think that they'd be a bunch of nerds, a bunch of antisocial people, but these guys,
100%.
they're the most chill guys on the planet. And something to talk on that is they're just like Ronnie. They're these people, they're all like 30 years old. They've all gone through their situations. They're all just trying to have a drink and have fun. So, you know, I'm more than happy to attend those events. I'm like the youngest guy in the room always. So it's pretty funny when we start going on karaoke and all these things, but looking forward to more.
I fucking love karaoke. Karaoke and alcohol.
Join karaoke,
always a
yeah.
great fucking comment. Dude, well, I go to fucking Magic the Gathering tournament, so let me tell you, when I that environment, dusty, very dusty. So I'm a huge geek. Let's see, $5 donation from Mario says, God bless and much love to both of you guys. Any thoughts on the Saitama swap function? Thank you, Mario Hernandez. The question for you is, what swap function?
Yeah, we're just waiting for it. Yeah.
Classy, you understand DeFi. You understand what's out there. You understand the options we have. What do you think is going to make Saitama better than the competitors, better than the rest?
Really simple, transaction fees. If they can lessen the transaction fees that they take over Uniswap, that's kind of all you can do. Of course, you could make your own blockchain, which is what they're going to do with Sata Chain. And then you could be like, okay, well, I'm Ronin. You could have free transactions. We don't have to pay for anything to some extent. I think that's how they're going to scale it in the future. But for right now, if we're thinking about Saitama swap coming out today, it's just going to be that. They're going to be taking less transaction fees. And hopefully they can optimize the chain to take up a stable amount of GUI rather than the huge flexibility that Uniswap has. You could pay 80 GUI or you could pay 160 GUI in one transaction, depending on the movement that happens in any one given block. So that's probably what we're looking forward to in terms of Uniswap and Saitama. I have to see more data. I had a bit of data, but not enough to have a conclusive conclusion on it.
It was that's the most research anyone has done yet. When the swap feature was enabled for like a fucking 10 hours,
we had like no liquidity. Yeah.
Exactly. You actually went in and did some test transactions or did some test whatever, and
I lost like $80.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the game, right? I have a couple $100 sitting in Saitama. I actually sold my whole bag.
No, but like it was terrible liquidity, so I was trying to test it out. But I think they're supposed to inject full liquidity this time.
Wait, I thought Classy blocked Rodney. Guys, you guys been out of the loop. Classy unblocked me last week because I guess
I blocked
you.
I unblocked you, did a tweet, messed around, saw a Sandstorm tweet, blocked again, and then I unblocked.
Oh, what the fuck?
Through a saga.
And then when I made the video, you're like, "Oh, I guess people are making videos about me, huh?"
Hey,
hey, people like to watch it. Like, oh my god, what's going to happen next?
Big drama show.
Yeah, people like that shit, man. Come on, people don't like the people doing it, but people like that shit. Let's be honest. I mean, we like a little bit of tea, you know.
And as long as you're having fun with it, as long as you love what you're doing, some people just don't realize 100%. Just because you're negative on Saitama and I'm not, doesn't mean I hate my life and I'm just kind of chill. I love what I'm doing. You have no idea. Like 100%. I have so much passion for what I do. So I think for some people, giving perspective is important. That's why meeting people face to face is so vital in concluding some of this kind of stuff. Because, for example, Bryson, that guy covers Axie Infinity, and he's pretty positive on Axie. Met him in real life, the chillest guy on the planet. So I think it's getting that perspective and meeting people IRL that teaches you really how people are looking at life in cryptocurrency.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, you think I just stream every morning because I fucking hate doing this? A lot of people think, oh, this guy talks so much shit about Saitama. He must have a miserable life. I just got a little puppy. Like, I mean, obviously I'm doing okay, you know? I stream every morning because I hate this dude. I love being on YouTube, you know? This is great. This is fantastic. Where can you sit here and shoot the shit with random people all day, every day? And look at the space we're in. Guys, cryptocurrency is a small percentage of the world right now, but it won't be. It won't be. And we're here early already. So I love this shit.
Of course. I have to go in 7 minutes, by the way. I have an appointment.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you go here soon. Yeah. Classy has a appointment with his gynecologist. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
His mangina.
His man. Yeah. Some people are roasting you about that.
It's not good.
All right. Well. All right. So, I mean, we'll let you out of here right now. Let's get going. Classy. Any last thing to say to Sandstorm? I'm just kidding. You suck, Sandstorm.
Yeah,
Classy
screw you.
Run up, you little. I'm just kidding. Well, it was good chatting with you, bro. You know, a lot of people think we hate each other. We had some beef. We'll squash that beef right here. I said some shit.
We'll probably have more stuff in the future.
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna make a video after this talking shit about Classy.
Of course.
Directly after this, talking shit about Classy.
I'm looking forward to it. Fanboy Classy, all that kind of stuff.
That's my favorite one, Fanboy.
Direct them to the channel.
Yeah, you call me a flutter, call him a fanboy. As long as you're watching, baby. Hey, as long as you're watching, baby. Our $50 donation, hold on, says, Rodney, get with Shiptoro Dev, 9 days to exchanges, audit over 2,500 orders, not much more. Oh, Shiptoro. Oh, you want to donate on Jake's stream, but you want to, okay,
hey,
I see how it is.
You should talk to them.
Shitoro, actually, I need to look at that a little more. Thank you guys so much, Chris. I appreciate you. Tell them to DM me. We'll see what's up with that. All right, Classy. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you, bro.
My pleasure.
All right. How do we end this?
I don't know, man. What's your
little thing? Stay classy. What's your fucking thing?
It's stay safe, stay classy, and that's all. And then I just leave.
All right. Well, stay safe. Go fuck yourself and stay classy. Peace.